Hi everyone, welcome to another lesson. Today we are going to talk about three basic chords. The first being D, the second being A, and the third being G. So we're going to concentrate on our fretting hand. For me, that's my left hand. You might be left-handed, you might use your right hand. Whichever hand sits on the fretboard, that's what we're going to look at today. So I've drawn out some chord diagrams for you. I just thought it would be best if I explain what it all means before we dive right in. So, this is a chord chart. I'll hold it up to the screen for you. So, as you can see, it's a grid. Up this side demonstrates the frets. So this is 0 fret, that's this bit here. On to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the lines that go down are the strings, as you can see at the bottom there. E, A, D, G, B, E. So standard tuning: E, A, D, G, B, E. Now the next part is the circled numbers. In fact, no, sorry, we'll just whip here dead quick. No, circle numbers. So this means the first finger, this one. This one means the second finger, this one. And this one is the third finger, that one. So when we're playing a D chord, what we need to be doing is, on the G string, we need to be putting our first finger on, which is like this. G string, first finger, second fret. First finger, G string, second fret. Same with the second finger. Onto the second fret on the E string. And then the third finger goes on the third fret and the B string. So there we have a D shape. I'll hold it up a bit closer. It should look like that. So, when we're playing the chord, going back to these up here, these mean that the X is above the string, you don't play. Don't play. When you see the circle, or the O, it's for open, so you play that string. So that string has to ring out with the strings that you're pressing with your fret hand. So we'll demonstrate. So on here, the first two strings are what's called deadened, okay? So it just means that when you're strumming, strum a little bit further down than you would with the rest of the strings. So you want to be playing the last four strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the D shape on. So to strum it, you don't play the first two. You just play these. That's your D shape. Right, a few things to think about when you're playing chords. So you need to be thinking about the shape of your hand more than anything. I was taught when I was a young wee nipper that the C shape is a good starting point. So generally the thumb needs to be behind the middle finger on the back of the fretboard. So if I was going to play a D, C shape, yeah, into the position pretty much, put them on the strings, and then if you see, you can line it up, there's a gap there. Can you see? This bit here, that's where the gap is. So, and the thumb is on the back of the neck behind my middle fingers, if you can see. I know it's a bit of a funny angle. So the reason why we do this is so that if you were putting all the strings like that and you weren't getting the C shape, listen, you're pressing other strings for a start, or you're not at all. You don't want that. You need to practice pressing down as hard, not as hard as you can, but fairly hard. Each string, all right? Take your time with it. Don't jump ahead. It's hard, this bit. This is one of the hardest parts to learn of guitar, and I found. Once you get the left hand positioning and the C shape and everything, the rest starts to come a bit easier. So really practice pressing on. Make sure you're not pressing any other strings by accident with your other fingers. So keep that C shape so you're just pressing those strings alone with the fingers. And then just strum down. There you have your D. Okay, so now we move on to the A string. The same chart, as you can see. So frets down this side, strings that go down, just showing along the bottom here as well. So there is a little bit of a difference here. You can play chords with different fingers. I know that sounds a bit strange. Some are more commonly played than others, like the D chord we just showed you there. However, there is a couple of different ways to play the A chord. So the way that I play it is my first finger is on the D string, second finger G, third finger B, all in the second fret. Okay, so I'll just show you that now. So, all in the second fret, D string, G string, and the B string. Okay, it's a little bit cramped, but that's all right. As long as you're still getting that nice clear sound. Okay, so you can also play it with your second, third, and fourth finger. Might make it a little bit easier for you. So, second finger on the D, third finger on the G, fourth finger on the B. Whichever one you find easiest. Alright, I've only got little hands, makes for good guitar playing. But if you've got big chunky fingers, then whatever you find natural. One thing to think about though, a little bit differently than the D chord we just showed you, is that you only don't play the E string. So the rest of the 5 strings need to ring out. That's what the O means, remember? Open string. So, when you're playing this, just be sure not to strum a big fat E string. What you can do, with a bit of practice, is if you're going to start going a bit wild like punk rockers or anything, you can use your thumb to deaden it. So I know we were talking about having your thumb position at the back, and ideally that is where you want to be. If you've got bigger fingers, then you can reach over the back, and you can hear that, it just deadens it. So when you play all the strings, because I've been playing for a certain amount of time, I've got finger strength and I can keep that C shape. It just means you don't hit the E string. So you're strumming all of them except the E string. But if that's too complex, forget that for now and go back to what we were talking about a second ago. So, a couple of different ways to play the A there. Have a go, whichever one's easiest for you. So now you've stopped and practiced a little bit with your A string, we can move on to the biggest of the chords that we're going to do today. So the G string is played across every single string, so there's no deadening whatsoever. However, it is a bigger hand shape. So bear in mind, keep the C shape, but here it is. So again, a couple of different ways to play it. I've circled them in alternatives. I'll take pictures of these and post them in the comments as well on my Facebook guitar lessons, in case you're watching this on YouTube. So what you can see here is on the 3rd fret, we need to be pressing the 3rd finger and the 4th finger on opposite ends of the E's. So just dead quickly, 3rd finger, boom, 4th finger, boom. It's a bit of a stretch that. I don't play it like this, but I've just seen it, so I thought I'd better put it in. So continuing with that, the 2nd finger needs to go on the 2nd fret. So 3rd finger, 4th finger, 2nd finger. Okay, keeping this one out of the way. Woo! So you play all the strings. Can you hear that? They all ring out. Now if that's a bit of a stretch for you, which it is for me, to be honest, but then it's because I don't play it like that. Whatever chord shapes you will play, your hand will get stronger and it will be able to play it, I promise you. Going to the way that I've always played it, it's a little bit different. So you replace the 3rd finger with the 2nd, keeping that 4th on the little E string there, but you're changing this to the 1st finger as well. It's a little bit more comfortable. So to demonstrate, 1st finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger, 3rd fret, 1st string, yep, and then your little finger on the high E on the 3rd fret. So again, keeping this one out of the way this time, bit harder to wiggle. All the strings need to ring out. Nice. Good luck. So this part of the video, I'm going to show you how to play a very basic version of Bad Moon Rising by Creedence Clearwater Revival. So it's just the 3 chords, D, A and G, as we mentioned earlier. So get your D at the ready. So, 2 nice basic strums, onto an A, then down to a G. So, 2 strums in each one, slight bit of time difference in each one. So it's D, D, A, A, G, G, D, D, A, A, G, G. So take your time with it. Make sure you're hitting all the strings that we mentioned earlier and not hitting the strings that we mentioned earlier as well. Be sure to join the Facebook group. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more free lessons. I'll see you all soon. Thank you.